Saludos people of the internet. This is FlameMDQ. I am finally here on camera. Wow. I'm here with Haseo from Mexico. And this is a new section I've been working on lately. Name on work, still work in progress. But I think we're gonna call it Pod Monster Talking. What do you think about that? ¿Qué opinas?
Very good, very good. Thank you for having me today, Flame. I know you like for almost 2 years, like 1 year, 2 years. You've been in my stream,
Wow.
so it's a pleasure to have this interview with you.
Okay, just a reminder to everyone in chat, we are actually both Spanish native speakers. Hola! So, if we
Hello.
suddenly start talking Spanish, I'm gonna subtitle everything on camera, don't worry, you're not gonna miss anything. Okay, let's start with the simple. So, Haseo, what is your first fight? Let's start simple, first, not even competitive, just first. Whatever.
My first fighting game,
Yeah.
or
Video game also, you know what, why not?
yes, not competitive, like because the first time I play a fighting game was like 3 years old,
Oh.
thanks to my brother. Yeah, so he told me you need to try other games, and I was like, I don't understand anything in life at all. But yeah, and it was Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh,
But
cool.
competitive,
Yeah.
it was Smash Brothers Brawl.
Brawl. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
The
Brawl.
the Nightmare of Meta Knight. But who you played in there?
Oh, my main was Lucas.
Lucas. Oh, was expecting that one.
Yes.
Cool. I used to play Smash competitive. I used to
too.
play Samus. Base Samus.
Oh, nice.
Lucas. Oh, I wasn't expecting Smash because I know you for other games. Lately, Fatal Fury and Tekken, but
Yes.
I see. And what other games you try to say, I'm gonna try or I actually gonna compete? Which ones?
That is like the most important moment in my life when I decided to compete, like really compete, to go to tournaments in another city, or at least try in my own city, because I used to play like in little tournaments in conventions, anime conventions in my city.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't know, a year after I start playing Smash Brawl, I think it was the year of Marvel 3.
Oh, okay. Marvel 3. Normal or Ultimate already?
No, the vanilla. The vanilla
Oh,
was
Vanilla. Okay.
so. Yes, I remember like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2, but I never played them. Like,
Yeah.
I understand the game, never. So it was like my first approach to this kind of fighting games. So I decided to play Marvel 3 and then start to compete in another cities and in bigger tournaments.
I see. Okay, that's quite interesting. Which was your team? Your team. What team?
In the vanilla version,
Vanilla.
it was Zero,
Zero?
Dante, Deadpool.
Oh my god, they Zero McCry.
Yes, but I never learned to do the lighting loop. I never learned to play like correctly my characters because it was hard for me because I always play in controller.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to do like the sequence to do the lighting loop or to charge
Still,
with Zero.
barely a
I
war
could
criminal. Almost a
Yeah,
war
I
criminal.
could play. I never was good with Dante or Zero, but I
Yes.
start to learn to play this kind of games.
Okay, tag games. So did you try with fighters later or what was your next approach?
I think it was Marvel 3, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom,
Oh.
Blaze Blue,
They do.
Guilty Gear,
Mm.
Fighters, of course, Dragon Ball Fighters, later Fatal Fury, Street Fighter. Yeah, like I played a lot of fighting games, but I didn't compete in every game.
Same. Same. I really like just to enjoy everything, but not exactly competing everything.
Yeah.
And here, playing, watching the papers. Sorry. So, what do you compete right now. You want to compete right now. What was your actual approach? The whole okay. I want
Okay.
to What
Mhm.
you do now? Like you want to compete. You want to be a commentator, content creator, everything. Why not? What's your plan or
Like for
your
this new
objective?
year, 2026, yippee.
Welcome to
I
2026,
think
guys.
yes. Hope you have a great year. But um, I think last year I wasn't sure if I wanted to play, but commentate was like my most important thing. It was my boom
Oh,
in the last year. But I've always like loved or preferred to compete actually, but I didn't find like a game that I really wanted to. I tried Tekken 8, I tried Street Fighter 6. Um, I compete a lot, maybe like in Dragon Ball Fighters, Grand Blue. But I think now I found my game that this year I really want to do something special and is Fatal Fury thanks to Salvatore Ganacci.
oh, yeah.
So for now, my goal is to mainly compete. I want to do the SNK circuit, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's really expensive,
Oof,
but
yes.
I'm gonna commentate and make content.
Hmm. Yeah, I've been covering most of the content on City of the Wolves the last year. It was a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
Any wish for season 2? Outside, break the legs of Hotaru.
Of course, I want those top tier nerf. Of course, I want like
It's too
other
obvious, right?
characters, maybe Tisok, Salvatore, maybe Mai, Kevin, Gato. Not Gato at all, but Vigenet maybe.
Some variety at
To
least.
have,
Like,
yeah. To be more like
um,
at least in A tier.
yeah, the game is
But
amazing, but it's obvious who is the monster, the good, and the one who's
totally.
struggle. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like I don't know. Tisok suffers.
Yeah.
I know. And still, I think it's like a popular character. I see more Tisoks than I don't know Ronaldo and Salvatore, but still, is a bad character. So
Yeah.
I think it's really well stated which are the kings of the game. So I wish we can see more different characters.
Okay. Since we are on this, why not? Uh,
Maybe.
Probably in the next few days, season 2 drops. So, 5 characters. Now, who will be? We know one is Krauser. We know. But let's bet for the other 4. Who will be? Your bet.
I'm I'm not sure honestly, but I want Bloomery,
Blumeri?
Krauser, but I don't know about the other two characters because I'm so in love with Salvatore that I don't think I will change my character. So I'm not like expecting like I need this character, so I'm not sure.
I feel like every role is covered. Like, the last thing we got is grappers, and still Mr. Big is kinda grappler. Got a command grab.
I don't know. Yeah.
Kevin got a command grab. Like, that idea. But I think we got a good variety and can be a bit better, a bit bigger, especially on the competitive side.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people, if you don't know, she really loves Salvatore. You totally need to
Kinda.
see her cosplay. She probably, she, oh my, I just gonna put this entire area with your, oh my, that phone is pretty. Dang, that's lovely.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I love Salvatore. Yes.
yeah, I didn't watch the entire musical thing, but I think we must agree with each other. Like, okay, this dude is like self-putting himself or what, and everyone's like, testing. Oh, it's actually funny. He's a cool guy. He just
a
really
cool
want
guy.
to be in the game.
Yeah, I hope maybe like I really have a wish for SNK, and that would be that Salvatore Ganacci become a real character in the saga. So maybe in a King of Fighters or in another Fatal Fury, I don't know, that Salvatore becomes official in the roster. That is my really only wish for SNK.
You know what? believe. I actually agree. Like, I'm not even trying to say, yeah, you are wishing to. No. I actually agree. Like, yeah, it would be funny. Just make a team and on KO16 and put Salvatore in there. He's gonna have fun. Everyone's gonna have fun. Everyone should have a taste of, yeah, I can play City of the World, but I really love KOF. Oh, Salvatore is here again? Well, technically it's the first. Oh, it's funny. See, you can meet Salvatore, have fun.
Yes, totally.
So, time to change subjects. So, you are doing some content creation, mostly I see you doing reactions.
Yes.
And you actually even did cosplay on the thing, in competitor. But what content do you consume? What do you watch? Who you watch? You even watch the people, or who's your, I want to be like that, I want to do things like that. Like, not saying I want to be Maximilian dude, but come on, give me like, who you think is cool at least?
Well, I really love watching commentators. I really want to be like, I don't know, like Jipes, Justin Wong, Rinch, James Chen, Saint Cola. So I usually watch TNS or other tournaments, like to try to learn, like like something about the game and the way they commentate, because you already mentioned it. It's not my first language, so it's kind of difficult for me to express all the things I want to say in English. And I really want to be able to commentate one day a top 8 in Evo, or maybe in an SWC. I really want to be like in a big tournament commentating, but English is still like the problem because I need to practice more. But I usually just like chill, watch Broski, because I really like the way he plays, but I don't play right now Street Fighter 6, but I watch him, and that's all. I don't really like consume a lot of like streams or videos or something like that.
I see. Okay, so mostly on the side of commentators, Senkola, Colo, what's the name? Jibes, Justin Wong, etc. Justin Wong is having really much fun doing that.
Yeah.
Also, I commentate Sam Show tournaments, mostly people coming for that. Which is the most niche game possible in this area. But for real, I think one part of commentating is like the two things, like learning your own style. It's harder than it looks. Like you need to like, it's a top A and someone is killing instantly someone else. You need to be hype. You need to hold your breath, because this match is just a match. Someone is dying. I need to keep my energy for the big high moment. This is the hypest moment in the tournament or not. I mean, that's for me. How's that better for you?
It's really difficult, because I want to say a lot of things, but I'm like, oh my god, what was the word? How do I say it? Is it correct in this way? So the problem is like I stop. I have the idea. I see it like, oh my god, Hokutomaru is looking for a frame trap right now. Be careful, don't jump. And then I, like, oh my god, and I want to say, y en ese momento va a brincar, va a hacer un bait y va a buscar brincar detrás para castigar, and I can't.
Exacto.
And I just stop like, oh my god, I crash. So I'm like, yeah, really good, very good.
I have that issue, like, it's a bait, and you need to like, to I don't know, at least say one word. You say like,
yes, well, like you want to explain, you want to say a whole thing, and it's like, yeah, it's baiting. Yeah.
Also,
so
having,
I think it's my main problem when I'm trying to commentate in English. In Spanish, it's like, I just need to study, like, before I want to say something. Like, if this is a setup, if this is positive, negative. But in English, it's harder because it's the whole idea.
Yes. Like, you're like, okay, it does this move. Okay, it's negative. You need to remember, sí, ya sé que es negativo. I need to say it's negative to other people in English, and remember to say it because it's actually a frame trap, a bite, or it's a stomp.
Yeah, but you have to say it like really
Really
quick.
fast.
So you're
Quick
like,
thinking.
oh, okay, this is gonna be a bait because you know this is negative, and he's looking for that frame trap because I don't know he wants to do chip damage, and it's so many information in your mind that you just say, yeah, he baited.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, it was a bait. That's the
Yeah,
kind of thing, and
of
you're
course.
playing the other commentator like, save me from this one.
Yeah, and I'm missing a lot of vocabulary, so I want to say more things, but I keep returning to the same because I'm lacking vocabulary. So those are the little details I'm starting to practice, but it's kind of hard, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot of vocabulary, and then you have the filter of the language, and they're like, okay, how
Yes.
many words come to English now?
And if you're not concentrated enough, and your partner maybe he's an English native, you're like, if you're not concentrated, maybe he said something, and you were like,
Huh?
spaced out, thinking what you wanted to say, and oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Like, oh, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Yeah. I'm
Totally.
sorry, but I didn't hear. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I swear I buy you a soda after this, bro.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that happened to me in a Soul Calibur tournament because there was like, I don't know, more than 10 years I haven't played Soul Calibur. I remember many things, but the first time I tried to commentate in English with someone who still plays Soul Calibur, and I
Yeah.
think he's from he's from USA. So I was like, oh my god, he explained everything, why you can do that setup, what you need to do in this specific matchup, and I was like, oh no, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to say, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Something that helped me learn that is, you see in Street Fighter C we got the whole automatic commentator narrator thing
Ah,
you can
yes.
activate, and I was like,
Yeah.
why, for example, Shen Cheng is choosing one path and not the other? And I was like, why? And I learned that way, like, okay, this one is only taking the technical thing, and this other one is only doing the hype. And
Yeah.
I used that on some tournaments, like, okay, so who's gonna be the technical guy and who's gonna be the hype man?
Usually you have to do that. I think that is like the best duo in any tournament, any partner you have, because it's not always good to have like the two hypes or just two technical parts, because people get bored or people don't understand. So I think you need to do that combination, actually, like preferably in almost every tournament, in my opinion.
Yeah, by a lot. Especially, I remember watching tournaments of Evo, other things with Seisham and Jibes. No, Seisham and Tasty Steve. And the synergy was so great. I remember this scene. I send you the video later. It was the two commenting pulls on Street Fighter 6. But for some reason, they don't receive audio from the game. But the pressure do, and the stream does. So the commentators are pow, 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 pouch, pouch, pop, shuriken, sandblast.
Oh my god.
It was.
They have that talent, you know. Tasty Steve is so good. I really love his way of commentating because he can do both. He can be like really technical, he can be so hype, so I really love the way he commentates.
Yeah. Also, that feeling of relatable, like 4 hours in
Yeah.
a tournament, someone in the chat room, I really want a burrito, and like, yeah, me too, bro.
The chipotle.
I never eat that thing. The chipotle is not here in Argentina, sorry.
No, we don't have it in Mexico. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need them. Well, technically makes more sense on your area. At least.
Because it's Tex-Mex, so it's
Exactly.
mostly in USA. That's why we don't have it like actually in Mexico City.
Makes totally sense. So,
Yeah.
next topic. Your perspective of actual games. So, for actual games, let's choose actual games, games incoming, and of course, let's say top 12 Evo, the 12 games now. Yes, Hokuto no Ken included.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Hokuto no Ken.
it's gonna be funny to say here. So for real, what's your perspective like? We got Street Fighter 6, we got Tekken 8, City of the Walls, Under Night Invert, yada yada. Grand Blue. What's your perspective? Because new players, new players, original pro players, all players who are like Street Fighter 6 is just Drive Rush, we all hear that one 6 million times already.
I know Street Fighter 6 is still the king, and there's no doubt about it. I don't think anyone can take that place, honestly. But it's a big monster already in Japan. So I think it's like normal that it's still popular even in USA, and of course it can be in, I don't know, in Latam. But of course it's not a perfect game. It has its problems. Yeah, drive rush, skip neutral, like it's always a force 50-50. I kind of understand it's not perfect, but still it's like really addictive. This game is like, I don't like that, but still I play it. I don't like throw loops, but I will play it. It doesn't matter. I don't know how to describe what Street Fighter 6 have, but you keep playing it, so no doubt he will be the king. And of course we have like the other two big games, Tekken 8 and Guilty Gear Strive. And I think like Tekken 8, even with the problem with the season 2
2,
patch,
I think was, yeah.
Yeah. I stopped playing it since
Oh,
the patch came out. I stopped like totally playing. I haven't like even booted my game.
see you next
But-
season or next patch.
I don't know. Like I keep asking my friends, like, is Tekken okay right now? Is the perfect time to come back to play again? And some say like it's fun to play casually, but it's not to play competitively.
Yeah.
I don't really play casuals. I always like try to be in ranked or play competitive in tournaments. So it's not my jam. I don't really like try to just play casually. Tekken, Strive, I stopped playing it too. I don't really like the way the game it is right now. Some people told me that maybe there's a big opportunity for Raven to be back in Guilty Gear Strive, and they asked me, if Raven's back, are you gonna play again Strive? I don't really like the mechanics of the game in general. So maybe I will try to play again Strive for Raven if he's in the game again. But no, there's no like, I would say, oh my god, it's the best game, but it's popular.
It's
the big
popular.
three are Street Fighter, Tekken, and Strive. Yes. And Fatal Fury, honestly, I think it has the potential to be like at least in top 5 of the best games of fighting games right now. But I don't know, it's not like really popular. And 2XKO, we need to wait what is gonna happen with the launch, with the official launch in consoles, right? So we have to wait, but I think 2XKO has a really great potential actually.
So for Street Fighter 6, I feel like, Japan is having a blast. Japan is having a blast. You ask anyone, they don't care if you play modern, they play the classic, they having a party every time. You are like,
Yes.
I want to play Street Fighter 6, try hard, and they just even go to play extreme mode. They don't care, they just want to play.
Yes.
Also, playing extreme mode, guys, is funny. Who you play Street Fighter 6?
In Street Fighter 6, I used to play Jamie, then I changed to Ep. That was my last card.
Jugando.
Jugando y también JP. But I don't play JP. I don't know how to play JP.
You like it, but you don't know how to. No, it's okay.
Yes,
Happens
yes, I
to
love
everyone.
him, but I don't know how to play him. I'm sorry.
Okay, I feel like Tekken 8, I don't play Tekken 8. I even tried to boot, I got an issue with the connection the last few days because my friends give me the game for birthday and like, oh, I can finally play, I want to play Lydia because when Lydia came out, it's the last chapter of Tekken 7 and, you know, kinda late to hop on Tekken. If you, at
Yeah,
least if you
kinda.
ask me. Maybe it was
Yeah.
Macius. And now it's like, okay, I learned the basics, I want to hop on ranked, but I got a connection issue, I don't know. I hear it's normal. And Fatal Fury, I feel like the game it's better than people expect, but I don't know. So what do you think is missing? Like I think it's amazing. Like just open the game and have fun. But for me, it's amazing. But I don't know what is missing. Maybe more single player content. And I'm the guy who complete 22 arcades and 22 episodes of Showdown. I did everything. But I don't know what can be. Yes, I did everything.
Oh my god. Okay, so for Fatal Fury, I agree that maybe for a game like in this year, well, in 2025, actually, last year, it could look better. In graphics, talking about graphics, it could look better because I know there was a lot of comments about Janet, like, oh my god, she's so beautiful, like in KOF, but what happened to her in Fatal Fury? Okay, I kind of understand that.
Same. Totally same.
So, yeah, it could look better, but it doesn't look bad at all. So, okay, it has really interesting mechanics because actually with the just defense, hyper defense, and I think even with those options, it's easier to do just defense here. Like maybe like, I don't know, in Guilty Gear, I think
it's harder.
It's difficult to do. It's difficult to do.
In Guilty Gear, like, oh, just defense. And you're like,
yes, and
really?
punish in that frame.
Exactly. Someone in Guilty Gear is like, just defense. Do a just defense. Like, you're looking like, really, bro? And in City of the World, do a just defense. You're like, okay, I can. It's a deep play, but you see, I can do it. I just need to practice a bit.
Actually, in Guilty Gear is harder, and I think the hyper defense is like the parry in Street Fighter 3.
Yes.
So, but in Street Fighter 3 it's harder. But
Yes.
still, you have to do. You need to know when to do the hyper defense or the just defense into guard cancel, into zero frame, to something like that. It still has like his mechanics a little specific in the situation. You have to do like with a little timing. So I think with the rev low, it's cool. The only thing maybe that I don't like about rev low is it's like you can't break the rev low. Like you can do a multi hit and you can't break. You can't stop the rev low. You can answer it and you can do maybe the high dodge.
Like the impact on 6.
Exactly.
For example, you play Shamey. Shamey, like punch, like kick, medium punch, the 1, 2, 3, and sometimes you stop the impact. And you're like, oh, screw you, I win, and that's it. But
Exactly, you can do that.
Exactly, but in Fatal Fury, someone red blows, and you see 100 hits, and like, I'm tanking.
Yes, and you need to react to be prepared to do the high dodge. But I think I have a problem, specifically for me, because I don't have a button in my controller to do the high dodge.
Oh.
So it's kind of difficult, and I don't know what happened in a different patch in Fatal Fury if you change your button config, you can't use your high dodge in training mode. So I stopped using.
I don't not sure about that, but I remember when they dropped. I don't remember if it was. I think it was Ken. They did a patch. They switched the whole training to be more optimal with the frame data and screen, that kind of stuff. I don't remember if it was Ken, but it was near the Ken. The button config, for some reason, everyone got messing and like, what the hell happened with my buttons? Like.
Yes, there's still like some details in the training mode. It's better. But the replays, they still get bugged. they have a lot of bugs sometimes. I wish we have something like in Tekken and Street Fighter 6 when you can in the replays
Oh, the
when
replay
you
takeover.
can do the exact moment
Yes.
and maybe because I don't have like really good execution, so it's hard for me to do the same thing, the same combo, the same motions as a Kain or a Hotaru, for example.
Yes.
But if we had like something like Tekken 8 and in Street Fighter 6, that would be like awesome. But still, we don't have it.
Yeah.
So more options in training mode, yeah. But still, I think even in the menu, we still don't have like intuitive things to practice. So I don't know. It has potential, but still, Fatal Fury is not perfect.
I feel like actually right now the training options are amazing, but you know what I feel like it's not when you say it's not intuitive. It's not like okay, I press this button and this should happen, and it's not there. You need to like open a menu with 100 tabs and feels like you are doing a programming coding to sell everything.
Yeah. The first version, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
I can't find this option. I don't know how to do it.
The second, it's more organized and more complete, but it still feels a bit complicated. And I'm gonna say I still believe the Street Fighter 6 version is more annoying on that area of programming the training mode. But it's just me. I feel like the Street Fighter does better. Fatal Fury do better. And also something I really want is that system that is on Guilty Gear only, the combo searcher. Please, I love that thing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I love that system because I
Yes,
found
that's
so
really good
much
for Stripe.
things.
Yes, I agree. I don't like too much Stripe, but I agree it has good options.
Talking about Stripe, you mentioned about the whole maybe Raven is back, and you're like, to casuals, sure, but don't ask me for competitive yet. But everyone's like, 2.0 Guilty Gear. The idea is like it's gonna be a whole new game, an arc system, being arc system, and this thing in my hands floating. It's Dragon Ball Fighters that becomes Dragon Ball Fighters into Mugen for everyone. It's like, what happened if Guilty Gear Stripe 2.0 other game? Like, what the hell? Everything is changed, or mostly. What do you think? You really give it a try, right?
Kind of. Actually, that kind of happened because I don't know. I played like almost for 4 years. Guilty Gear XRD. Rev 2.
Yes, Rev 2.
This. So, when I started to play Guilty Gear Strive, I was like, oh Jesus, what happened to this game? Like, there's almost no neutral. There's a lot of damage. I don't know, with Happy Chaos, everyone was like, oh my god, this sucks. So yeah, I don't know what would make me play again Guilty Gear Strive. Only maybe Raven, but
Casually maybe.
no, so far I didn't like all the I don't know how to say, the remake of the characters.
The
No,
feeling
I,
on combat.
they simplify a lot of the characters, so I don't really like it. So I don't know what is going to happen with Raven. So I'm not sure.
Yeah,
would
I
have
play
to try
Baiken
that.
and I feel that thing like it's quite different, but I don't say like it. Some chapters feel simplified, and then the arc system developers say, "I'm gonna make Asuka real, and you're gonna suffer that." And like, oh, what are you gonna do? And they,
Asuka, Happy Chaos,
Shaco.
maybe kind of Go Louis were kind of interesting, like
Yeah,
to
mechanically.
make these new characters. Yes, yeah, it was like interesting, but not well done because Happy Chaos literally was a chaos.
yes,
So and then it happened to Go Louis.
Go Luis is
I don't
still
know,
an amazing chapter. Like,
with the
okay, we're gonna make a
bicycle,
chapter
yeah.
with 3 moves, and one move
Yeah.
is the pizza.
Yeah, you're pushing the typhoon to the front, to the back, and then the overhead, and that's crazy. You can win with that. So
It's
don't-
amazing at the same time.
yeah, it's kind of. but it's kind of annoying too.
Yes.
So Potemkin was like, a friend told me, don't play Strife. Why?
No.
Because not right now,
Potemkin.
in that moment, Potemkin and Gold Lewis are top tier. Why? Why would a grappler and a heavy character would be top tier? What is happening to the game? So that's why I stopped. Like, I don't want to do anything with.
The scene of
Using
fighting
Strife.
game. Make a
Yeah.
grappler top tier.
No. No, that's really sad.
Okay. Hopefully Tiso got more lucky than them. But for real, in the whole, let's say you got a free ticket to all the games on Evo, and you can join every game because why not? You got free to the 12 games. You remember the list or? I think, let me see. Evo 2026. I don't remember every game. Sorry.
Yes.
Why I see cars?
Like when I used to compete in a lot of games at the same time,
Yes.
usually my rule was to compete in 5 games, almost in every tournament.
5?
So
Okay.
one Evo I was playing Revelator 2,
Mhm.
Dragon Ball Fighters, Tekken 7, Samurai Showdown,
Oh,
and Soul Calibur 6.
okay.
So yeah, I used to do that, but in reality, if you play casually, it's fine. It's fine if you want to play 8, 9, 10,
Yeah.
12 games. It's fine. You're really gonna have fun. But honestly, when you compete, like when you really try to get in a good place, no, it's the worst idea.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
you have to concentrate at least in 2 games, and it's kind of hard
Yes.
because it's all the pressure on you, and of course you have to divide all the hours to play your games. One time they made me decide, okay, you are out of pools in Samurai Showdown and in Revelator, but it's at the same time on Saturday. So
Oh.
what will you do? So I said, of course, Revelator, because I play.
Yes,
I
exactly.
really compete in
And you are
Revelator.
like, I
So I
can't
say-
do this.
Yeah, so I had to say goodbye to
Sasha.
Yashamaru. I'm sorry. Well, like, oh no, I'm sorry, but that is like the reality, because it's not good to play a lot of games if you're really wishing to get a good place.
Okay, here I got the list. I found it. Okay, if I remember properly, it's like, okay, we got 12 games. The 6 with more people gonna be on the main stage.
Yes.
Let's take popularity. Who do you think are the 6 games on the main stage? Okay, let's
Okay.
avoid the obvious Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, but
Yeah. Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive. I think that would be the 3 first.
okay. The other, you need to
Then-
remember the list, or I got it here.
So I'm trying to remember. Maybe I would put Fatal Fury.
4, okay. 2 more.
Okay.
Then you got Grand Blue,
2XKO.
2XKO, 5.
2XKO, yeah.
The last one
I
is gonna be the
think
issue.
King of Fighters is out in this Evo for the first time.
Yes and no, it's in Japan, so I'm gonna do the same question again with the Japan
Oh.
list.
Okay, but I don't remember the other.
Okay, the others are Grand Blue,
Oh.
Under Night 2, for the first time Rio of Aether 2, which I really want to learn that game, at least for casuals. Invincible versus Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, War Stage, I think is the full name, Vampire Savior, and Blast Blue Central Fiction.
No, we'd go for Grand Blue.
Yeah, I bet for Grand Blue. Okay, I pretty much share the same 6 with you on the whole who gets the main stage. At least on Evo Occidental Las Vegas.
Yes.
I think the popularity is quite obvious. I feel like too much people, they still like, even if they complain about Street Fighter 6, they just want to play Street Fighter 6, so... It's
Yeah.
A, stop complaining, or B, play more games. Pick one.
Exactly.
And in Japan, it's just barely different. Okay, it's still Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, Grand Blue. But we got KOF, Virtua
Okay.
Fight, Under Night, 2XKO. Okay, it's almost the same. The difference are, instead of Blast Blue Central Fiction, we got Melty Blob Illumina.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I see it.
instead of Regal of Ether, we got KOF 15. And
Okay.
I'm missing one? Yes, I'm missing one. Which one? Instead of Invincible Versus, is Hokuto no Ken. And I cannot say that without laugh.
Yeah. That is like totally Japan.
It's gonna be funny, wait. Anyway, it's gonna be funny. We are all agree with that. Okay, who's gonna be the top 6 on Japan? This is interesting to think about. Street Fighter 6 and Tekken, of course, but
Yes, of course.
the other
two.
4? Who's gonna be on the main stage on Japan? KOF or not? 2XKO is gonna be interesting in Japan? That's a weird one.
Yeah, because of the circuit, the SNK circuit, I think we are gonna have its legend. It's tier legend. So yeah, KOF
The Fury.
and Fatal Fury gonna have like a really good spot.
Stripe? Still big in Japan or?
It's still popular, yeah. It's still like in Japan, they love in USA and in Japan they love Stripe. I think in Brazil too.
Yeah, I agree. And the last one, Grand Blue, Virtua Fighter, Under Night, Melty Blood, Vampire Savior, or Hokuto no Ken.
I don't think so, but
You want to
they
be
still
Hokuto no
play a lot
Ken?
of retro games. Yeah, they play a lot of Hokuto Ken, but now I think I will go still for Grand Blue.
Grand Blue. Yeah, I feel like even with the save options, it's probably. I don't remember the last year on the whole idea. I want to learn more of them. Like every time I see a logo, I feel bad.
Oh no, it wasn't good for Under Night, honestly.
Yeah, I feel that. I also feel for Type Lumina. I really like Type Lumina. Don't take
Yes,
me wrong. I love
I
Type
used to
Lumina.
play too, but no, it's not. Like here in Mexico, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's popular.
No. Okay. Let's see what's more. I got two more questions. Talking about Mexico, the first one. So, okay, now with the most brutal honesty and an uppercut to even your locals. How do you feel about your locals? The whole what Mexico says. Because I know what Argentina says on part, the South America, Latin America thing, but it's like what Mexico. How do you feel about Mexico thinking? What Mexico says about the Street Fighter 6, Stripe, KO 15, Fatal Fury, like, or you see so many people still playing 2002 Magic Plus on 5K all day.
Yeah, well, honestly, if we talk about my locals, like literally in my city, we don't even have. So I
Yeah,
think it's the
same. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's why I usually travel to a lot of places because there's nothing here in Puebla City. It's really difficult to get like, I don't know, on every Friday, let's get together and play or have a little tournament. And no, we don't have locals. We already tried so many times, but people go like one time, maybe two, and then the year is like no one goes. So it's really like that. In Mexico City, we have more players, more people, but still, it's like you really have to schedule that. Like, okay, in 2 weeks, maybe in 1 month, can you go to play? Yeah, maybe. So it's kind of difficult. I don't know any locals, like if you go any day and you can play, and no, I don't know any place. Yeah, in Mexico City. I think like maybe just in Guadalajara, in that city, yes, they have like a monthly tournament and people still show up. So I think that would be the more consistent tournament, little local, but still it's kind of difficult. And if you ask like most of the community of SNK here in Mexico, that is the saddest part of all because almost every in the community hates Fatal Fury
Ouch.
because they say it's like really bad. It's nothing like Mark of the Wolves.
Yeah.
And KOF sucks. KOF 15, KOF 14, everything like sucks. Don't play it. And then I ask, then what do you play? What do you
Exactly.
prefer?
Yes.
What are you waiting? Oh no, I'm playing La 2000 Dios, I'm playing La Podrida, I'm playing Magic Plus. That is the best one. That is the true KOF. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh Jesus, I start playing KOF in KOF 15. So I was like, oh no, I don't know La 2000 Dios and La Podrida and Magic Plus. I don't know those games. Like only in some arcades. We still have like little arcades
Oh.
in the pharmacy or markets all around Mexico, but they only have the Magic Plus. So no, I don't want to play. It's like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, thank you. No.
No,
Ouch.
thanks.
That's painful to hear because I relate so bad with that one. Oh. Here is very popular Mortal Kombat. What about there? I know Mortal Kombat is having the worst time in a lot of his life, but Mortal Kombat there is popular also, or?
Yes, because I think there's different way to see this.
Okay.
Because if you say it is popular, I would ask in which way?
Which way?
Because we have the competitive way,
At the casual.
we have the casual way. Because of course, Mortal Kombat is still one of the most popular fighting games all around the world.
Yes.
If you ask like a random dude on the street, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make you a question. This which game do you know? Mortal Kombat or Melty Blood? He will tell you like what the hell is Melty Blood?
And they gonna say Mortal Kombat. I don't know which one is the newest Mortal Kombat, but I know that's
Yeah.
that's a Scorpion. I don't know which one.
Yes, exactly. I don't know, but I know Scorpion. I know Sub-Zero. I know Johnny Cage. Okay,
Yes,
if
and
you
maybe
have
someone's
been-
like, wait, that's Saber? Oh, that's a funny cat. That's a funny cat.
that is the problem. If you ask for popularity, of course, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter are still the most like I don't know famous games around the world because they will recognize maybe Terry,
Yeah.
but I think they will recognize Terry as an Smash character, not actually a Fatal Fury character.
Even there in
That-
Mexico.
Yes, because
Oof.
I went to a convention and I was making questions. If you know this character, if you know five of
Oh, I
these
remember the
characters,
video.
you win.
Yes.
Yes, you win a T-shirt. And okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So I showed Kitana. Kitana, of course. Mortal Kombat. Okay.
Easy one.
I showed them Luke and Jamie. They told me
No.
I'm not sure, honestly. Okay, I showed them Terry. Yes, from Smash, of course. Yeah, Terry from Smash. Yeah, kind of. It's not a lie.
And your hair like.
But, yeah, you can say Terry is from Smash because he is
Yeah,
from Smash.
of course.
Well, yeah, of course, but I asked him, you know him from Fatal Fury? No, I just know him for Smash. So yeah,
At least say
kind of
cough. I don't know.
Yeah, because we have new generations.
Yes,
So
of course.
I think it was like an understandable thing to happen. Kids will know Terry, that's good, and Kazuya, but they don't know like Tekken or
Yeah.
Street Fighter or KOF or Fatal Fury. And I think honestly it's not a bad thing, but all the veterans here in the community still have like I need the old KOF games and the fight game. Why I would buy a new game?
Oof. Yeah, I feel on that
So
one.
yeah, that's really complicated. Obviously, they would prefer something like it's more famous, like Mortal Kombat. But yeah, that is the way right now.
Yes, and something similar happened to here. I see many times playing so much retro fighting game and I don't
Yes.
mind playing retro, but it's like
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
I live most of my life having that issues. Like I got access now to Fatal Fury, Tekken A. I don't know how to play Tekken A, but I don't care. Kill me. Even I don't know Skullgirls. Skullgirls is quite popular there, I think. In Latin America in general lately.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
I feel that. I got this memory going to an not anime convention. It was
Mhm.
what's the name? It was a developer from video games convention. My brother is a game developer. They were making a game and like, Flame, we need your PC so we can boot the game because your PC is a monster, so we can show the game properly. Okay, cool. And in the moment the game was not working properly. I had to reboot my PC, and there was a wallpaper of Skullgirls and a kid on the line. I like, oh, that's Skullgirls. I played that game on mobile,
Oh
and
my
like,
gosh. Oh,
ah.
yes, the mobile.
I
Yeah.
don't mind it, but no, wait, what's worse? Was like, oh, that's Skullgirls. Oh, yes, I played sometimes. I really love that game. How many diamonds you have? Like, oh,
Yeah.
they're talking about the mobile.
Yeah, and maybe thanks to Fortnite, they know Ryu and Chun-Li, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My nephews told me, like, oh, I know those characters. I was playing Street Fighter 6, and yeah? Did you know about Street Fighter? Oh, no, I play Fortnite. Oh, okay.
Yes,
So,
Chun-Li is doing a shop on Fortnite,
fine.
and we all know that one.
Fine. I don't honestly care. It's okay, like, to have the legacy of the character. It's okay for me.
It's okay. I mean, for me too. Like the legacy is okay, but I think what happens with that whole generational thing is the access. When we were kids, I didn't used to go to arcades, but everyone of my age is like, okay, I go to arcades, and on my face is Metal Slug, KOF, maybe a Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat 3 on every Sega Genesis ever, that kind of stuff.
Still
So
Mortal
I
Kombat.
got access, and even 10 years later, like, yeah, that's Scorpion, that's Ryu, that's Ken from Street Fighter, not usual chat. But today they more got access to like Shosi, I think is the main character of Fortnite. You know, the blonde guy, the normal face of Fortnite. Like, yeah, that's the generic dude from Fortnite.
Yes.
So I feel like that is that way. So I don't complain too much, but sometimes it hurts.
I feel you.
Maybe it's the age. Okay, so I got these two questions because I just messing around. Me voy por las ramas, como decimos por acá. Okay, I got the most, by the book question. The most base. This question was coming from a kilometer away. It's more obvious than Hoku Tomaru doing rep low and wake up. Okay, being female, a woman in the community. Yes, I have to do this topic. So, how it is? The whole people flirting, everyone is okay. Any experience you want to share? Anything to other people, other women in the community? Anything to share?
It's good. It's good to make this question because honestly, we still are lacking a lot of female players. So maybe we still have like more in this time, but they don't play competitively, in my opinion. I think it's different in that perspective. Yes, of course, to the first question, yes, it's hard because it depends the community, it depends the players, it depends the moment. It could go like pretty well, it could go pretty wrong. Yes, I already have a lot of problems. I've been competing, I've been in the scene of the fighting games for almost 14 years. So I think, like, of course, I have good experience and really terrific experience. Like, yeah, and the first problem is that if you're a girl, that is the problem. Yeah, I will just say, like, summarize all the things. Yeah, because I think one of the biggest difference in my case is that I try to go and compete. I travel. So the first problem I still have to figure out, like, for example, in this year, is that I want to go at least to 10 or 14 tournaments.
Okay.
I'm like,
That's a lot.
okay. So you would say the
So,
money,
You are
the time.
at least thinking like one tournament per month I should go.
I'm trying. Like,
Yes, that's the
trying
money
to
is the
do
biggest
my
issue, of
deals and
course.
everything. Like, okay, can I? So
Can
I
I?
was like, Okay, can I go? Can I will
I
try to
like
go to this
sponsor
class?
me, please.
Please sponsor me. But yeah,
Yeah.
the thing with the sponsor is that I'm not like principally a competitive player because I play Salvatore.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I gave my best. I'm trying to get into a top 8 in a big tournament, but the character has like little problems, like to compete against a Hokutomaru, a Kain, a
Yes.
Hotaru, a Billy, a Marco.
Yes.
So no, you wouldn't sponsor a player that has all the energy, but not like the character to actually have a try. So yeah, that is one of the problems, but it hasn't nothing to do with like if I'm a girl or not.
Yeah. No.
The problem is like it's really expensive the flight,
Well, of
and
course.
it's really expensive the hotel or the B&B where to stay. So I was
Yes.
like, okay, I will ask a friend. I will ask some friends if I can stay with them.
Yeah. Can you?
But
I
so
don't remember how to say
yeah,
it in English.
that was
Tírame
the
un
first
colchón. No
thing.
sé cómo se dice. No me recuerdo cómo
Yeah,
se dice en
yeah,
inglés.
I don't know. On the floor, it's okay. On the couch, that would be perfect for me. But yeah, the first problem is like, I'm sorry. The thing is, you're a girl, so I don't think like maybe you would be like okay with all these guys in the room,
Oh.
and I don't know if all the guys will be okay with a girl in the room. So I was like, oh my god, really? Oh, I have
Uh,
that is the first issue. Okay, the one time I try like, okay, can I be in a room with these other two players? Yeah, but I don't know them at all. But I try like to have faith, like okay, everything is gonna be all right. And no, the problem is like I was like being harassed all
oh.
night by one of them. So yeah, that was one of the most biggest problem I had in those years. That I think in that time I think about stop competing because I was really scared.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, please don't do anything to me, please. So it was like a really horrible experience.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to have faith again. But I don't want to like
It was not even
I
like
don't want to
flirting. No, it
bother.
was annoying, really.
Yeah, I don't really want to bother these
Mm.
new players, these new people. They are not like really my friends, but I know them. So I'm kind of, oh my god. I had to be alone. I had to be alone in a room. It's really expensive. I don't know if someone wants to stay with me, it could be the same problem. So I'm like really nervous, like, oh Jesus. And this is all because I'm a girl. I don't know too many people.
Yes,
So
I feel you on that one.
yeah,
Barely.
exactly.
Barely, because
Yeah,
I'm a dude. I can't say totally, but I feel you on that one. A bit.
yeah, because not everyone is like my close friend. Like, oh, no problem. I can stay
Exactly.
with you. And no, the problem is I know them because I commentate their fights. I already play with them sometimes, Fatal Fury. But you can say, oh, perfectly fine. We are like brothers. We are like my best friends. No, so yeah, I'm really in a really bad spot in this moment. I want to go to many tournaments, but I have this actual problem. Can I go with you? Can I stick to you, people? I don't want to be alone. It's kind of dangerous because I don't know anybody here in, I don't know, maybe in California, Las
Yes.
Vegas, I don't know, Colombia, Peru. So
Also,
I'm like,
it's like
oh,
the whole traveling to another country all by yourself is scary. Let's be honest.
and I
Especially,
think it's scarier for a girl,
especially
a
scary
lonely
for a girl.
girl. Yeah, you
Yes.
can be like, okay, I will go and I'm perfect independent. I'm a really strong man. I can do it.
Yes.
But the problem is, you see, a girl alone, like I'm kind of lost. I don't know where to go, and so it's a
Yes.
perfect break. Honestly, the problem is that it's a perfect break. So I
Mhm.
don't want to bother anyone. Like, please, can I stick with you? Can I be here? And of course, that they don't get the wrong idea. Like, what do you want? No, I don't want anything, please. I just want to play and travel. That is the
Yes.
problem I've had already all these years when I go alone.
Exactly.
So yeah,
You
it's
just want,
really hard
you just
for
want
me.
like everyone wants. I want to go to other country, compete, maybe take some selfies, and taste local food. That's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to do that.
That would be perfect. Play a lot to practice, to know other people who plays Fatal Fury. That would be perfect for me. But I have to worry like, oh my god, it's kind of, I don't know, dangerous to be alone
Yes.
at night in another country.
Another
Like
country.
I'm a little shy, so
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult for me sometimes to ask for something. Like
Mhm.
okay, I'll be just like
Yeah.
walking around and
Feels like
of
the
course.
reverse choke. Like you see like for dudes, it's like you go to a fighting tournament and like, oh, there's a girl. Who's your boyfriend competing? No, I'm the boyfriend and my girlfriend is the one who's competing.
Yes, I already had that problem. I was like trying to play casuals in Revelator.
Yes.
So I was with controller and I was like waiting for my turn and
Yeah.
they keep playing. I was like, can I play? They ignore me.
Mm.
They play like a first to 5, first to 10, first to 15.
Oh.
I'm like, and then one of them turned and asked me, "Oh, are you waiting for your boyfriend or something? Can I help you?" "No, I was waiting to play." "Oh, you want to play? Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, for this one. And I was like, why did you assume that, like I was waiting for my boyfriend? I had my controller on my hands. But it's always like that, so nah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's an unusual problem. I see no many female people, other women, even with trans people, I got this issue. But you get the idea.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of female players, and you don't see a lot of female players going to compete, and of course, alone, no. And I don't
even
have
less.
like a lot of people, a lot of friends, and I don't know. I want to be part of the group, of course, the Mexican
Yes.
group that wants to go to compete to all these tournaments, but it's like, but I'm a girl. I'm sorry.
Funny thing, I need to add, the people who introduced me on the most competitive thing, it was a woman. Her tag name was Killer Queen, and she was playing Killer Instinct.
Oh
So-
my god.
It was like, who's the girl? The boyfriend of that one. And who is? She's top 3 on Killer Instinct in the country. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
that's rad. The first thing, of course, you say is like, that's awesome.
My respect.
Yeah, she was a monster on
Wow.
Killer Instinct, and she teach me how to
Because-
play the basic, and it was so kind.
The girls exist in the community. Yes, of
Yes.
course, the female competitive players exist. But
They're human. They're gonna.
they are just like really few players you see on the tournaments.
Yes, another shock that remember me always like, I just see like the shock of women and gay people, and like, okay, where's the dudes with the lesbian girls? And like, that's a fighting a tournament.
Oh, jeez. Yep, I can completely understand that.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's do a runabout. So 2026 start. Let's do a whole. What are your shirts? Anything like, okay, what you to do on competitive content, whatever. Give me any tough, any like. Oh, I got a plan, but I don't want to talk too much about it. Give me something. Like, what is your shifting
My
idea?
goal for 2026. Yeah, I think for now, I just really have one goal, and it's to be in a top 8, in a big tournament, in a top 8 in Fatal Fury. Like
Like
that
a
is
CS,
one of the biggest
like SNK
goals.
World Championship, Evo, something like, wow, combo
Yeah,
breaker.
I think it would be probably like Evo or Combo Breaker or something like that, because no SWC, that would be really difficult. I would need those points, but no, like in Combo Breaker or in Evo Las Vegas, yeah, that would be perfect, because I want to be noticed by Salvatore Ganacci senpai. So that is like, okay, meet Salvatore. That would be my second goal. Like, I don't know how, But I really want to meet Salvatore Ganacci to take a picture. Like, oh Jesus, please give me your blessing for this year because I'm going to compete only with you, with your character, and I think I would be the only player trying to compete in the circuit with Salvatore. Everyone says it's like crazy, really crazy. Don't do it, but I want to because I really love him. And the third thing would be like to commentate big events, like maybe to be back in Evo or commentate an SWC or something like that. Yeah, that would be my 3 biggest goals.
So a top 8 with Salvatore, more tournaments, at least like 12 tournaments, and being
At least.
yes, at least like I want to compete everywhere I can, and grow as a commentator. So okay, you are almost in the whole competitive area. Even if not like, okay, I want to freaking win the SWC, like, okay, it's not
No.
maybe it's not that. Okay, we do it, but it's like, your goal is more direct, and I respect that by a lot because I see so many people like, hey, what you want to go to Evo Las Vegas and win? And like, no, I want to go to Evo to take a picture with someone, with the cosplayers.
Yeah.
They look nice.
Totally. Yeah.
Totally Raven. But for real, on the whole sponsor thing on Salvatore, I think for real, like, okay, I got a bet for you. We got a girl play Salvatore, even cosplay Salvatore. Some people like take that bet just for the funnies and give you the sponsor.
No.
You know, some people can do that.
No,
Reminds me to
Reminds
me to a game my brother plays on car, a car game like Need for Speed. Like, okay, the game is just a race game, and like, okay, this is a sponsorship. We are this brand, and we don't need you to win. We need you to beat the car from the another brand. That's it.
I wish, like, if you cosplay and commentate and make content and play, that would be perfect. You don't have to be in top 8. Oh my god, that would be like a dream, but no.
You are like, you are with the uniform ready.
I'm like, I'm ready, but no, that's really just a dream.
Okay, I think that's for today. I link her socials to the comment section, guys, and that's it for this time. Haseo,
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much, Flame.
thank you so much for accepting. Hasta luego.
Bye bye. Como quisiera hacerles un strike. Así me gustaría, pero no es posible. Ahí la agarraría así, lo agarro el delfín y... ¡Maldita